Surprise Synopsis!
Surprise Synopses.
Surprise Synopses. Well, that was a great show. You can listen to Alex Gabbett's case notes on waterfallstories.com. Listen to this show on YouTube. Damien's running a Twitter at Surprise Synopses.
Sure am.
Are you though? Have you posted anything? I
Yeah.
ain't seen shit.
Yeah, it's been pretty dry, man.
Well, I'm warming up.
I ain't seen a single
I
one
don't-
of my memes.
I don't want to dump all the hot memes at once.
Fair
to-
enough.
Drip feed them in.
Alex, since you're the last person to pitch on this episode, why don't you pick a genre out of the hat?
Building
No,
is...
a genre, dear.
I don't fucking know. Don't pass it to me.
You've done this 23 times.
Alien life / another planet.
All right, so let's hear your alien life / another planet locked in, and we must get to the top movie.
I don't understand this.
You will.
Okay. Oh, I'm not allowed to do that.
No.
All right, the building is on lockdown, but we've got to go to the top, and there's an alien life or another planet. So obviously, I'm going to go the basic white girl card, or the basic alien card, basic white boy card watching an alien movie card.
Uh-huh.
You following me, man?
Yeah, I'm stretching my legs.
Strong diggity. And it's not a building, but it's a big spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got to get to the top where the captain's quarters is, and it's a little, those like steering wheels that are like the old school puffer boats.
Yeah, the
with
captain's wheel.
with the
Yeah.
head bits coming out.
Yeah.
There's one of those,
Nice.
but it's chrome.
Ooh.
And there's 3 buttons.
Because it's
Stop,
futuristic.
go, and reverse, and then you just turn the thing.
Stop, go, and more go.
Backy go.
Fuck, go back.
So, the aliens take over the ship.
Yep.
And this is like in the future.
Who are the characters? Have we got some humans?
Yeah, we're getting there. I'm just thinking. That's what I was going to say. So we're in the future. It's a humanoid futuristic thing.
Yep.
So we're humans and the Earth is like, it's like the world is in this spaceship. It's a massive spaceship because we ruined the Earth and we're living on this spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
And we still, to this point, didn't realize aliens existed. So aliens coming onto the ship was also a wow, aliens exist thing.
Oh, heck.
We're in space, but now aliens exist.
Yes.
Wow.
And we're also in space.
Shit.
Wow. So this is like a recent move into the spaceship though. So like people who there's some kids and stuff that were born on the ship, but there's still a lot of people who knew Earth and have come onto this ship.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got some ex-army brothers who are estranged from each other.
Mm-hmm.
One guy has become like a very high up ranking in the spaceship navy.
Yep.
I'm going to call it.
The spaceship navy.
The spacey.
The space knee.
The space knee.
Yep.
I'm going with it. Okay, so
Yep.
he's a corporal in the space knee.
Yep.
And the other brother didn't like how he just ditched Earth and is his family. Someone happened the outbreak of AIDS that took over Earth killed his wife and children. So he's an alcoholic now.
Okay.
So he's he's got the same training as his brother. They were equal until they've come onto the space thing, and the brother's still got his abilities in the space knee, and this guy's gone fuck society. I'm gonna be an alcoholic in the bottom levels of the ship, yo.
Yeah.
The space bilge.
Yeah. He's living in the where they only use half of the power of the lights because why bother?
Yep.
And everyone wears coats.
Yeah.
Even though the temperature's all the same.
Yeah. It's half flooded with water to keep the spaceship upright.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly, because that's how it works. They're basically fishies. No, they're
Space fishies.
axolotls
Excellent.
because they got feet. So, that's the premise of the setup, and you do some talking to the bartender, sad stuff to realize his backstory, and you get some empathy for him, and then you see the brother doing great, and he's jealous and also hates him because fuck my twin brother, so they look similar.
We can save on actors.
Yeah, and also I'm just saving that in case I want to use it later because I'm not sure where I'm going.
So he sees the brother on TV at the bar. And he's
Yeah, he's
turn it off.
They're look, you're on TV.
Look
He's
at that
fuck your
bilge
couch.
rat.
Merman.
So this is at the point where the aliens take over, and they are blind, so they can only see humans from
Are you going for like echolocation?
So yeah, like a sonar thing,
sound,
like that sort of thing, like where they make noises and it bounces back.
Perfect ability for space.
Yeah, and this guy has this cool leather coat on that I mentioned earlier, and he was like passed out drunk at the bar because there was like an explosion when they came in, because they came in from the bottom.
Yep.
And so he was like knocked out, so he was just laying down, he was movingless, and the leather like took the sonar to come off the body. So they like left him, and they've like killed a significant portion of the thing, and they're all like in lockdowns, and he like comes out of the rubble, and they've already like moved up, and he's like, oh my god, what happened? There was some sort of explosion thing, and he sort of builds up and goes through and starts figuring out the aliens thing and seeing them. He's got his coat on, so he does a bit of detective work. He's ex-army, so he can do cool shit. He gets some guns and stuff from the exploded dead army. What are they called? Space knees?
Dead cops.
And he realizes that the only way to be able to save themselves is put a like SOS beacon thing from the captain's thing up the top for all the other human ships to come help.
You need help from the other space
Yeah,
knees.
but he's got to get all the way to the top, and he's at the bottom. Now he's like, we'll say he's level 3 now. He's climbed up. He saw the aliens. He knows what's up.
Is level 1 the top or the bottom?
Bottom. Like,
okay. How many levels are there?
Like a building. I don't know. 100, but like there's elevators, so like we're not going to go at all.
Okay. I thought it was just going to be him trudging upstairs for an hour.
Yeah, this is one ladder for an hour and a half.
You could have your very first one shot.
No, I'd rather die.
Wow. Yikes.
All right, you got any comments? You look angry about something.
No, it's fine.
It's true, listener.
You can save it to the end.
No, it's fine. We're all good.
All right. So
he takes an elevator.
yeah, he takes an elevator to a level that's meant to be above the aliens.
Yep.
And it's like a lockdown thing, and they're not letting him in because it's like they've like closed it in as one of the space knee levels.
Mm-hmm.
And the brother sees through the camera that it's his brother. He's like, no, let him in, like it's my brother. And they like begrudgingly let him in, but this guy's high level, so he lets his brother in.
Yeah.
And he's like giving them all these information of like what he's seen, and he's like, the only way to get up there, like we've got to get help. And they're like no, we can't, space knee rules, some shit, we'll do it ourselves. And he's like, no, you guys are idiots. And the brother is like, well, I have to follow orders. And so they all go out to fight the aliens, and the brother sort of makes this change of heart, and he's like, no, I've got to trust my brother, like some reason, something to do with some backstory. So the two brothers have to like get up to the thing, and there's some fighting and some shooting of an alien, some fighting. And then the brother that has the kids and stuff, who
died of
like,
AIDS.
done better. No, he hasn't died of AIDS. He's the good one. The one that still has his kids and stuff.
Oh, right.
Gets put into like a conundrum-y thingy of like, do I leave my brother who's lost nothing, or do I like kill myself and like let them go? And they have this like brotherly moment of like forgiving each other and stuff. And he's like, you still have family to live for, like, and I've always like, I hated you for that, but like I got, and go. So the brother who originally was our main character is now dead. The aliens took him away.
Oh, shit.
And now this new brother, the twin, so same actor, now has to get to the last bit of the elevator and get up and do the beacon.
Yep.
So that was like pretty much the biggest climax of the movie, is like deciding to kill his brother.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And he sends the beacon, and then the space knee comes and like
saves
And
the
they
day.
Fucks it
come
up and
and
rescue-
you can see like, you don't really watch it, but like there's a big light or something, and he like he pushes the button, there's a big light, and you can see like the ships are coming to save him, and like he's like locked in this room, and he's just like, I did it for you, bro, like thank you, like you saved all of us, like hopefully my kiddies are safe in kindergarten, because we still have that, and it's called
that level was
Space
unaffected
Garden.
by these events.
Yeah, that was level like 58. They haven't got that high yet. So it was like I didn't really talk about it much in the movie, but it's a lot about that first brother whose name's Steven.
Yeah.
Steven is
like,
AIDS brother or good brother?
he's the AIDS brother.
Yep.
Lost a lot to AIDS.
Yeah.
He's not the space knee brother, so he's the one wearing the coat, not the blue blazer.
Oh.
The blue blazer
The
of
blue
Space
blazer
Knee.
is space knee, and they got a little gold thing on the chest, and then
Yep.
there's a hat and pants.
Yep.
And pants.
The AIDS brother, of course,
So-
not wearing pants.
Yeah, the storyline, you sort of think you're like,
You don't
gonna
go
follow
walking
him to
around in
save
trench
it.
coat and shorts, Damien.
Well,
No,
I
trench
do,
coat,
but
nothing else, and then you flash. Duh.
yeah, that's how I get washed up on a space station.
You're a flasher. But yeah, I think the storyline is, the story arc of him is he like hates the world and like everything is against him, but he sort of moves past that and realizes that he can, like, death his death can save so many people, and he sort of stopped hating society and was like, I will sacrifice myself, and like sort of also like I can go be with my children and my wife now for like a good reason, not just drinking myself to death.
Yeah.
Like I'll be a hero.
Right.
I
So you
cannot
gotta
self-destruct.
Yeah. So it was like not just like some negative. He still was able to give a positive outcome, and then his own positive outcome, which is like reach his kids.
He doesn't have the stigma of suicide because he's a hero.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any notes? I feel like you've got some. You feel like a teacher who like reads over your shoulder and then was like, I have some notes. You need to put a thicker line under the bird.
Damien looks like
No,
he's
it's
about
fine.
to say,
I wanted to see more of the aliens, like more kind of content from what they're up to.
Yeah, I feel like there was more. I'm just like, that's what the CGI guys do.
Yeah, right. So they don't really have an agenda. They're just like kind of invading.
This is what they do.
Yeah, they just want to kill them. Like they just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just bad guys.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's generic eat and take over the ship, or they want to eat the people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you see plenty alien. I just didn't talk about them because that's more a visual thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so they're keeping the whole thing like the tempo is set by the alien, like invading the different levels.
Yeah, they're like sort of chasing them up the levels. I'm gonna say. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that was good.
Thanks.
Well, Damien, should you or I go second?
I'll go next if you like.
Okay. Yep.
I'll go second.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Okay, my building is on lockdown, but we've got to get to the top in the genre of educational. Oh.
Good fucking luck, buddy.
Double your pleasure with a educational double from Damien.
My favorite part about you getting educational means I want to get educational. Cheers.
Well, you're still going to learn something because here I go.
Well, to be honest, 90% of yours is educational to me because I learn about
history
wars.
and Argentina.
Yeah.
That's true.
And macaws.
So you could just do a regular one. It's probably going to be educational.
Also, pink-toed tarantulas do exist. You're right.
Yeah, that's right, boy. Hurried home, made the Wikipedia page. Straight onto it, photoshopping those darling
just
little
praying
toes on.
that Harley wanted to like jack off first before he went chest.
Yeah, but he wouldn't remember until he was
7 minutes. Depends how long it takes him to pick his porn video. See how desperate he is today.
A rare insight into the editing process. Surprise synopsis.
It's rare that it really doesn't happen.
Jeez.
All right, Mr. Fresh Haircut, let's go.
Yeah, all right.
All right, sorry,
Okay.
we'll
Are
talk
you
more about your
a
haircut.
regional orange juice because you're fresher?
Okay, so my
Is that type of orange juice?
Yeah, it's an orange juice.
It's got pulp in it?
I think so.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Orange
I know.
Pulp can get fucked.
Thank you. We finally agree on something.
Yeah.
It's
I would
weird.
literally strain orange. I love orange juice. I don't like pulp. I'm like, if I wanted to drink dirt and goop and stuff, I'd have soup. If I'm drinking a drink, I want it to be fluid. So that's so much to fucking ask.
okay. My
That's why I like apple juice better.
what are you even talking about? I tuned out for 2 seconds.
Clearly juice.
When I was planning my educational film. And Alex is just waffling on about like, I want to drink. Oh dear.
I want Chipotle.
All right, Alex, you know how this goes. Once we're pitched, then we feed you. My educational film opens with a kind of grand city museum and a school field trip.
Oh, the Library of Alexandria, huh?
It's modern day.
Did we get there on a magic school bus?
No, we didn't. It
I
was
don't want to watch it.
Was it a magic carpet ride?
It's kind of a regular coach, and the high school children are all getting herded in as the kind of like opening shot.
Yep.
And
Is there a ranger called Arnold?
Is that a reference to something?
Does he have a football-shaped head?
The magic school bus.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Well, call me Frizzle.
All right, continue, but I'm not going to be happy about it.
So if this is anything like that, then you can't sue me. No sue.
Calling blasphemy.
So it opens, and there's kind of like the made up city grand museum, and the high school aged children are getting kind of herded in by their
Teacher. Guardian.
yeah, kind of like various
coach.
class teachers, and they're like, stay together, children, and keep up and whatever. And you see a few the camera lingers on a few children. So one is a kind of a younger, weedier-looking kid, and he's a bit of a bookworm. He's got his glasses, and he's a book, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so excited to see everything in the museum today."
His name's Damien.
And then there's another student, Alex, who's just like still on the bus.
Straight
She's
up
like,
bully.
fuck learning.
Yeah.
I don't want to learn. I want to be cool.
Not
I was
again.
actually the biggest nerd in high school.
I've written you guys in my
bookwormy
movies too
stuff.
often. I don't know.
I want more.
Validate me.
Yeah.
And
Tell
then-
me who I am in 3 or 4 words.
And then Alex, she's a
there
Libra,
too.
walks on the beach.
I'm a Cancer.
Hey,
So Rachel.
Spoken from aggressive cunt of a fucking
I'm a Cancer as
scorpion
well,
over
actually.
there. Oh, are you?
Yep.
Oh my god, we're everything the same.
Twinsies.
We're vegan, vegetarians, we're cancers.
Is one of you the future version of the other?
Well, you're older.
Like-
Yeah, if we did the fusion dance, we would just become a beam of pure energy that would just annihilate Harley. You're like, we
You
would
would
take
just
turns. If we
immediately
actually
start crying.
Yeah, if we cross the streams, it would be the end for you. You're like fucking Ghostbust you, son.
Could it be my birthday present?
Wow, that's depressing. Annihilation on an atomic level.
All right, this is going to be like a
be a
backwards
special
shout out.
gift? Yeah,
we
what?
need to
Chemist.
give a happy birthday to Kurt.
Happy
It's his birthday
Kurt.
today.
Although that does date the
Yeah,
episode.
happy birthday, Kurt.
Now you know how long
Well,
it takes us
just
to get an
for
episode
Kurt.
out.
When
And
this
anyone who
episode
knows
comes
Kurt.
out in 6 weeks, you'll know why Alex
should-
didn't wish you
Happy
birthday
I
on
did
Facebook.
today. I said happy birthday. I don't
We
do it
should
on
wish happy
Facebook,
birthday to
fuck
someone
that.
whose birthday it is in 6 weeks, and they'll get
Mine.
it.
No, maybe close.
Happy birthday to Alex and me.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy
We're both
birthday.
Wait,
Cancers.
what's your birthday?
12th of July.
Mine's the 2nd. So many 2s. All right, you should probably do your talk now, I guess. I guess we're just... Isn't that like you're not allowed to do it? You get...
Oh, no, it's fine now. It's out of copyright.
Whew. And you fucked it up anyway, so it didn't matter. Did that make you feel good? Make
what
a
would make me
wish.
what would make me feel
Bitch.
really good is getting back to my pitch. Thanks very
Well,
much.
then make a wish that you can do it.
Oh my god, I wish for my pitch.
I wish for Tool Story to be my pitch every week.
So there's a circular saw, right?
The power of editing.
If you don't get that joke, episode 3, I think. What was Tool Story? When did we peak?
Like 5.
Episode 5,
6
whatever.
maybe.
We peaked at 5.
Fine. I invoke the powers of future editing, Harley, now. Wow, that sure was correct.
Wow, who knew? That
Yeah.
was way earlier than I thought.
Yeah.
Heck.
Heck, friend. Okay, so we've got our nerd, and
Yep.
we're going to have a jock who's going to be in a couple arrangement with one of the girls that's age appropriate for him.
Yep.
And there's going to be we need another kind of a loner goth looking
Emo
chick.
kid.
Yeah, sure. So
So out of us 3, which one would you reckon?
so she also doesn't.
think
she's not
goth.
interested in being there, and she's just kind of on her phone.
Oh, I'm actually the fusion dance of all stereotypes.
Guys, please.
Becky,
Come on now.
please. Let me smash. Please, Becky. I got stick. No, Ron.
Jeez.
What? I'm lost.
I'll show it to you later.
No.
Yes.
Okay, so the camera lingers on these 4 characters.
Yep.
And
Where's
then
the 4th one? Oh, the girl.
the gothy chick that's on her who's on her
iPad
phone
now.
with the
Yeah.
headphones in.
Okay.
So she doesn't want to be there. Then there's a couple, and there's a nerdy kid. Right.
Yep.
So the camera lingers on these 4, introducing that these are our characters of interest, and then they're kind of a part of a big group. And as the kind of tour continues, you kind of overhear like, "Welcome, like kids, you're gonna have a great day learning all these things. We're gonna take you on a grand tour, starting with like this room, which is the gift shop or whatever, some like boring area."
Starting with the gift shop?
Yeah.
Anything. Have you ever been on a tour before, my man?
Okay, it's not something.
end in the gift shop.
But first,
Exactly.
like
you have to pay to get out.
But first, we're gonna have to tell you like the rules and when this museum was built. And the nerdy kid is like, I just want to get to like the
Give me the learning.
Yeah, I want to get to the Paleolithic exhibit. And he like kind of sees a sign for it like this way, and he's like, and like kind of slinks away.
Yep.
And the goth chick is like, oh, this is lame. And also, I've got no reception. So she wanders off from the group trying to find better reception. Mm-hmm. And the couple like
To post Harry
is like kind
Potter,
of kissing and holding hands. And
What's it called?
Oh, My Immortal?
What's the ones where they like they make a story from
Fan fiction.
Yeah, she's
Okay,
got
I
to post
thought
a
you
Harry
were
Potter
going
fan
for
fiction.
My Immortal, the most notorious Harry Potter fan fiction.
Yeah, she wrote it. This chick wrote it.
Yeah, she's writing it right now.
Yeah, it's long.
and the couple is like, wink, wink, kind of kissy, hold hands, like, let's slip away.
If we get to the 3rd level, they got titties.
Let's go do some age-appropriate intimacy.
So So the couple, the goth girl and the young nerdy lad, have all slipped away in different directions, and they've all kind of like wandered off, and they all end up in a kind of area of a museum that's not very well trafficked, and you see that there's actually some kind of heist that's going on in the main entrance, where they. Yes, Holly?
I'm just raising my hand because of a question. You said a heist.
Yeah.
Which is a distinct film genre.
No. There's a...
And
I know.
Education.
I know. So there's like an emergency that puts their building on lockdown, and they evacuate the class because like, oh, we could get everyone out of here. That's very unsafe. But the 4 that slipped away don't hear that. So when the building's evacuated and then like kind of locked for safety reasons, they're like, they're unaware of that's going on.
It's a big heck.
It's a big heck. So like, okay, we've got this accounted for, and the teacher who's counting accidentally kind of counts 4 heads of kids that were there with their parents and are not part of the school trip. So they're not accounted for. So they think they've got everyone, and off they go. And then the goth chick and the nerd come back to the main area, and are like, wait, where is everyone? What's going on? Like, why is everything locked? And they go to the wall, and they're like, hey, the entrance. They're like, hey, let us out of here. And they're like, we can't. It's automatically.
Would you call that perhaps a door?
Yeah.
The wall entrance.
The wall permits
the section of wall that people go through.
And it opens and closes on demand.
Yeah, where they keep the outside bit. So
I don't use that often. I'm more of an inside man.
Standing does make this more difficult.
Yeah. I feel like you're a teacher because you're higher than me, so I'm like more prone to heckle.
Yeah, now that you feel like an authority figure, I'm inclined to disagree with you more and
fuck the corporate world.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you guys can just do me a good favor and keep it to your damn selves. I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back for the next 5 minutes.
Yikes!
Jeez.
So they're like, "Hey, let us out," and the teacher's like, "Oh my god, we can't. The building's on lockdown. It's like automatic quarantine kind of thing." And they're like, "Holy heck!" So like, we'll have to find our own way out. And the ghost chick's like, "Oh, geez, eye roll. What the hell?" And then like they kind of move around to the back entrance to see if they can get out that way. And then they stumble upon the couple, and they're like macking out and like, "Hey, what are you guys doing here?"
That's Asian appropriate, Alex.
You don't
Holly,
No, I don't.
can you edit out Alex's comment you just made?
Should I?
No.
Yeah, yes.
Anal.
Cut all that out.
I'll keep those 3 in, but I'll bleep those 3.
Yeah, just give it a sensor tags, thanks. So they stumble into them, and they're like, "Guys, this is serious. We've got to get out of here." And they're like, "Okay." And so Act 2 begins in earnest. And they're like, "Wow, all the escalators and elevators are like frozen, and all the power's like kind of gone out because they're totally shutting down this building."
Yep.
What are they trying to steal?
Oh, they were trying to break into steal like some like jewels that were part of an exhibition.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
Right, so but they kind of like
trying to steal a fake horse. They're like, fuck, they were really high. They're like, I need a fake horse.
but it went,
I need a real fake horse in my house.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that'll complete the decor.
and they're
This
like
plasticine one's no good.
And they're like, "Wow, the building's on automatic lockdown, and it's like kind of a time delay vault. We can't get you out, but the door to the top will be fine, and we can send a helicopter in to get you out because there's one on standby, like a rescue police helicopter."
Lucky the emo girl had reception. Like she preambled that so they could tell her.
Yeah. So like, okay, well, we just need to get to the top, but it's like this kind of large vertical kind of museum. And they kind of walk up the stairs, and it's like it's difficult to figure out where they're going because it's like kind of a bit dark and murky and whatever. And as they kind of go each stair, the jock is like, "What's all this business? Like, where are we now?" And the nerd will occasionally be like, "Oh, this is like this exhibit. Like you can see here, blah blah." And it's kind of tour guiding, and then you get to another bit, and the goth chick knows about like, "Oh, this is like the Crusades era." It was like
This is when everything was metal.
yeah. This is like when they like kind of were into like kind of dark,
Torture.
all that stuff. Like she knows all about the
This is
Spanish
when Christians
Inquisition
were
and
in
the
charge.
all that kind of like serfdom and bleak stuff. So she's all around that. And then they go up to the prehistoric area, and the jock's like, "Oh, actually, I was like super into dinosaurs, so like I know like all the names of these critters." So he's like kind of walking them through like that section, and then they get to like the very the next level, and there's another time section. It's like ancient Egypt, and the girlfriend knows all about that because she's like, "Yeah, Cleopatra was like great. And just,
Had like totes good makeup.
yeah, it was on fleek.
Yeah, she used charcoal around her eyes. Oh, smoky eye industry.
Quick, move on. Move on.
Lindsay Lohan is a smoky eye chick, like as a statue, like.
Yeah. Secret cameo. Lindsay Lohan, smoky eye. And she was like, yeah, Cleopatra was like my hero when I was, growing up. She was a great historical figure.
Before I met the makeup gurus on YouTube.
She was a boss. So they all take the time to kind of walk each other through the various historical periods that they are familiar with and that of interest to them. And they're all like, oh, actually, I've never really thought about this time in history, but that's really cool. When you say it like that, I can see how it's relevant to my interests. And then they finally ascend up to the final bit, and the helicopter is there to take them away. And they get in the helicopter, and they're like,
are they ever scared of the heist people? Is it also like a yeah?
No, because it gets forward really quickly, but a shot goes wild and forms a gas leak, and that's why the building gets thinned out. So it's just there as a kind of a mechanism to shut the building down, but the heist people are kind of not there anymore. So that's just serves to trigger off the alarms.
Right.
But yeah. So they're kind of gradually kind of moving up through the different levels, and they're also kind of bonding and becoming quite a team.
So this is like the movie you watch at a school where they can't afford to take you to a museum.
Yes.
But here's this new hip rad movie. Check it out, guys. Lindsay Lohan.
I bet you could get funding from Screen Australia for that, because there's so many regional Australian schools that are nowhere near a museum. So I think Australia would pitch in and be like, yep, this $1 million movie can count as our education budget for the year.
Well, I mean...
Yeah, and I suppose... Oh, hang on. I need a source of conflict for the end.
Conflict.
Or the middle or the start.
Yeah. So I guess...
You're doing a heck and Harley. You're just too busy with the videos, with the one-shots.
So at each level, they talk about a particular, fact. Like in Egypt, they learned about, using... they're the first culture to use kind of engineering and levers to be able to kind of move things around. And the dinosaurs were
big.
One of the
first chickens to use tools.
Sure.
Or first chickens.
Or their teeth were so sharp they could pierce through a steel door or whatever.
Steel doors plentiful in dinosaur times.
Yeah. So they kind of each say a fact about the kind of period that they're from, and when they get to the top, they actually can't get through the kind of the entranceway because it's kind of up top and it's got a lock and it's kind of there's barriers in the way.
Special skills.
Yeah, and they're like, wait a minute, hang on, I'm having some thoughts here, and they go back down and kind of each grab a single artifact from the area that they're from. So they get a dinosaur tooth and they use that to kind of cut things, and then Cleopatra gets
summon
a
god
lever
who uses explosions and open the door.
Yeah.
The goth chick summons the dark god Xenu to rain hell upon all.
Well, she knows about the torture tools, right? So she gets down there and she's like,
this is a torch hammer. It can also be used as a hammer.
As a regular hammer, yeah. Yeah, it was used to kind of break knees, but we can also use it to break open locks and blah blah blah. So they kind of each run back down, get a single artifact, and then they escape, and they've become fast friends. And then in this little final shot, you see they're keeping the item that they each used.
Sneaky hidden warehouse stealers. Teaching kids to steal.
Oh, so that's why the heist people weren't in it, because the kids are the real thieves, Damien.
The kids are the real thieves, yeah.
They were the heisties the whole time. They take off their masks. Boom, heisters.
Yeah.
They get their own helicopter. They shoot the guy in the head. Bang.
They take over the comedy of the helicopter.
Gee, I don't know about that, but
keep flying to the airport, buddy. What? You're 12. Yeah, and I'm retiring. Feel old yet, man.
Yeah, to make me slit your throat with a dinosaur tooth. Yeah. Or do. Cool way to go.
Not really a story you can tell, though.
True.
Yeah. Well, that sure was a pitch.
There we go. Building is on lockdown. We've got to get to the top. Educational.
Yep. I think you hit all the notes.
I done did it.
Yeah, I pretended to watch that in school.
Yeah. Would sit there and gossip while that was on.
Yeah.
I'd write little notes in my journal.
Watch
diary.
it because compliance is easier than doing anything else.
Wow.
Napping. Oh my God. This is a genuinely 100% true story. In high school, we had portable classrooms because we didn't have enough classrooms.
Oh, yeah, same.
And my humanity classes were in there. And we watched a movie about something. And I was sitting in the window because there wasn't enough seats in the class. So I was sitting on the windowsill and the door was open. And I laughed and I fell back and I fell out the window. And I fell onto the concrete paving. Because they, how they're up on stilts?
Yep.
So it was like the window plus
fall.
another, it hurt.
Are you?
Harley.
Did you die that night?
No,
I feel bad for laughing
I was
now.
embarrassed.
Harley, consider what we've just learned. Alex was like, I was a real nerd when I was younger.
Then I got hit on the head.
Then I fell out of a window and hit my head on the concrete. And now Alex is like this.
Oh, yeah.
That's a real tragedy.
One time I got my mouth duct taped over too.
I'm not surprised that has happened to you.
Yeah.
I'm only surprised that hasn't happened to you in this very studio.
That was also in humanities class.
And we'll never talk about your humanities class
Yeah.
again.
Those good times. Great classic hits.
Sure. Between the concussions and duct tapes.
Yeah.
All right, who wants to go first? You know what? I, Harley, brave soul that I am, will go first and set the standard for tonight.
Very well. Good luck.
Okay, I guess I'll go last.
All right, now that you said it.
Maybe I'll go in the middle.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we all are hoping for. It's a little sandwich, and you can be the meat.
You can be the
Oh,
salad.
you just sit down now. Come to join us at our level.
Yeah, I'm done standing.
Yeah. Had enough being
All right.
bullied.
I've drawn mockumentary
Why have you got two?
because one is the trope.
Oh, good luck
And
with
one-
mockumentary. I very quickly.
Yeah, no,
forgot
I'm
the
fucked.
mock.
I am
Yeah.
straight up bleeped. I am bleeped hard. This will bleep me to death.
Good bleeping effort.
It's fun bleeping yourself in real life. People don't expect
Oh,
it.
luck. The word I was thinking for was luck.
Oh, I was thinking of a different word that rhymed.
Like good bleeping luck.
Wait, he's
But I said
lucked to
effort.
death? I'm so confused.
We're
Go
up
on.
all night to get
Mockumentary,
lucked.
go me.
So, what is a mockumentary?
It's a documentary where they mock things.
Yeah, like
Just like the what did I
It's-
call it? The Space Knee.
the
two
the
words.
mockumentary is the format where they're doing a serious documentary, but about in a silly way about a subject non-seriously, right? Like,
Not necessarily.
can we?
They can
get some
either take
examples?
the piss out of a real
Yep.
thing, or they could take a very serious view on something that's complete.
Very silly.
Like, have you seen that one where it's about like the some like the shitting in the schools, like a
Oh, American Vandal.
yeah, but it was very serious.
Yeah.
But it was about complete joke. And he shits in the
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
pinata.
They're typically comedies, I guess. Right?
Yeah, they can be deadpan or they can be just actually funny.
Right.
Like that one, I would say would be deadpan.
All right. I'm getting there.
I feel like deadpan would work better for you. But like
Whatever would you mean,
if,
Alex?
if you want to stretch boundaries and do a 2-shot,
Documentary one shot. It's
a
impossible.
documentary.
You have to cut
about
to people
one-shots.
talking.
Just have them all lined up. Documentary about one shots of how could you one shot all the way to the top of a building? Can it be done? Mockumentary. Let's go.
All right. I've forgotten what you just said because I was thinking of an idea, Alex. Sorry about that.
No,
You know, there are people who, like,
Oh my God, Damien, why do you keep interrupting me?
Oh, because yeah, we never do that to him.
keep interrupting you. This is my first go.
That's the joke.
Oh.
I try and do a funny and I get this.
Wasn't a funny.
No wonder I sound like me.
You should
But
definitely
that's
be
not
deadpan.
literally true. What is going on here? You know, there's like an entire class of athlete whose whole job is to get from the bottom of a building to the top of a building. That's like what they train for and stuff, like the stair runners.
A
A fireman.
No, like stair runners. Like their job is to try and like race each other up the stairs of tall buildings.
And it's an athletic competition. Or
Yeah,
is
it sets
for-
records, and they do like a stair run of big famous buildings every year, and people like professional people come to them and try and compete.
That literally sounds awful. It's like when they go to the MCG and just run up and down the stairs. It's like fuck
Yeah,
off.
the stadium stomp.
No way. Yeah.
I'm not going to drive somewhere to do shitty exercise.
Yeah, stairs are the worst. I have bad calves as it is. Stairs are my weakness.
Yeah, like my knees. No.
My ankles are taped so hard right now, I couldn't flex my foot even if I wanted
You're
to.
95% kinesio tape. You're not even a real person at this point.
No. I'm like a mummy.
A modern mummy, just
Yeah.
an active wear.
I have to shave literally everything or it hurts way too much.
So when mummies go to the gym, they're just like swapping
My
their bandages for
God, the $70 woman. It's mostly athletic tape.
Oh, 10 grand. Do you know how expensive that
No, I
tape is?
literally don't.
Oh, that one, the stretchy one that lifts your skin so you get blood flow. Whew. Expensive.
Okay, I was waiting for you to name a price so I could react appropriately.
I don't know. Probably like for a good roll for like 10 meters, you could get like one for like $60.
All right. Yeah, sure. Why not?
That was not the appropriate reaction.
$60 for 10 meters.
Yeah.
I've heard better rates. I've heard worse rates.
Yeah, I guess I don't really know how to rate that as far as like expensive tape goes. Is that a lot? Is that not much?
It's more expensive than painter's tape. I know
Depends.
that much.
It's probably the most expensive tape.
Painter's tape.
Yeah.
It's barely even sticker.
Well, that's the point. So you can take it off again.
Tape. Are you painting your new house?
No, we're not painting it.
Why? You're just gonna keep it the same? Is it peach? What's the colours?
It's actually got a really weird... Well, you would know if you came to my house called
Well,
It's
I
like
was
the lounge has
busy.
got like a textured paint, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got a
I thought
feature wall,
so.
like a really weird,
Yeah.
like silver textured wall.
That's
It's
cool.
like that type of like corrugated iron, not corrugated in the bad sense, but it's a corrugated iron material has like these weird metal inflections.
Yeah.
It's like that on a wall. Like they've deliberately painted it to be like weird and
To look-
metallic-y.
Oh, okay. We've got that as well.
It's very strange.
It was, maybe that was like a thing 4 years ago because we've got that as well now. The main bedroom.
Twinsies.
It's gold though.
You are twinsies.
The bathroom is silver. They did it a lot in the house. They
Jeez.
really liked it.
Anyway, I was just offering that as a
Yeah. Thanks. No thanks.
okay.
What was no thanks? What did you say earlier?
I don't want to climb stairs in real life or in my pitch.
Oh yeah, true. Oh, a mockumentary about that. That would be cool. I'd watch 5 minutes. If it was like a 10-minute
Thanks,
one on
Alex.
YouTube, I'd watch it.
Someone appreciates my gestures.
Look, I haven't started pitching yet, so you guys haven't started interrupting me yet.
Oh,
so
but
you
we
haven't
have,
started feeling bad about it
I'm
yet.
just not letting you start.
Yeah, you think we haven't started interrupting you, but
Yeah. My microphone is at the ready.
So it starts with a guy sitting down in a chair and
On a
putting on
one-shot.
a lavalier microphone. It's on a tripod, so it's not a one shot in the classic sense, but it is technically a one shot. And
oh my god, your boots are glittery.
I know. And look,
Holy shit.
I know.
For those not able to witness the spectacle that's going on, that's like those sequins that you push them one way and they go like bright color, and the other way it goes black. It's great.
And it's on my Ugg boots because I'm a classy lady. And as far as I know, there aren't cameras in here.
and he says, "I'm going to tell you all the story of how I got out of jail."
Heck.
Uh-huh.
And it's framed as like a very serious, we need prison reform, American sort of hard-hitting thing. But he starts out, and then it cuts back to him doing a dramatic reenactment of him in jail. And he's telling his cellmate, "Oh, well, that's it," as he marks the day off the calendar. "I've finally done my time and served my penance to society, and I can finally rejoin my significant other and or children."
It was like a week and a half.
It's
so
like
he's getting out of jail.
he's getting out of jail, and
Yep.
it is like a 30 days for
Yeah.
some mild public.
Didn't pay a parking fine.
Yeah, he flipped off a judge or something.
Story about how I got out of jail. I simply waited for my sentence to be over and then they let me go.
Yeah.
It's just so simple.
I think we just did his whole pitch. We're done. All right, next episode.
Nailed it. What a tale, Grandpa.
Yeah, wrap it up, buddy.
And he turns to his cellmate and he's like, "Clarence, you've really helped me through this trying time. I want you to have my things."
Clarence's parents had a real good marriage.
And Clarence is like, "Dude, you've been here for 4 weeks and 2 days. You don't have things. You barely have a beard. Like, come on, man."
No one get that email reference?
And main character is just like,
You
Is
haven't
that
seen
magic
any-
school bus thing?
No, 8 Mile.
"Seriously, Clarence, you really got me through this. I'm going to miss you, buddy." And just as he turns out of his cell to walk out, you get the wee woos, the wee woos, the wee woos. "The prison is on lockdown. The prison is on lockdown.
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot that was the trope.
Code 47, race riot in the mess hall.
Does it have to
Race
be on
riot in the mess
lockdown?
hall."
Race riot?
Yeah.
Not just a regular riot?
Turns out those dang Nazis have started some shit again.
No, rip.
Yeah.
Skinheads.
And so then it freeze frames on our main guy in the dramatic reenactment doing like the Home Alone face of like the, "Oh?" And it cuts back to him in the chair and is like, "And this is how I knew my day would take a turn for the worse."
I was not getting my spaghetti.
The mess hall was a mess.
It was going to be cold, if anything.
So he has to navigate through the prison. There's no B story. It's all A story. So it just follows main guy. And as he tries to avoid the mess hall, which is the main thoroughfare of the prison, so he basically has to meet different characters who are weird and wacky in their own right and keep trading down, because the only way around the mess hall while not violating prison code conduct is the East Wing access tunnel, which runs directly below the mess hall. But there's the
Seems
gatekeeper
like
of the mess
someone's
hall.
been to jail a few times and knows where the tunnels
I
are.
just watched the documentary Prison Break.
Oh.
And
Did they get out?
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Is it the one where he breaks his shoulder?
Sure, why not?
Oh, genuinely asking.
Sorry.
You don't remember?
No.
Remembers with the tunnels where though you drew him down.
Yeah, it's on the tattoo. And so...
Wait, so the tunnel that goes underneath the jail
Mess
is
hall.
not off limits
No.
to prisoners.
Because it's like a cleaning corridor or something.
Uh-huh.
But he's not on the cleaning crew, so he doesn't have access.
Yep.
And then he goes down there, and then it cuts back to him later, and he's like, and this is... So you think your day's going to go bad when you hear that there's a race riot on. Well, it's about to get worse. And he meets a guy who thinks he's Hades, Lord of the Underworld, and that his little helper friend, who's just like his friend, who's in denial about his main friend's mental health issues, he thinks he's... what's the ferryman for the River Styx?
Yep.
Does that guy have a
Pheromone.
name?
Nope.
I'm sure he has a name.
Okay.
The ferryman.
The ferryman on the River Styx. Because aside from the whole mockumentary being about how this guy's trying to get out of jail, which is ostensibly a pretty easy thing to do when you've, served your time and you can just leave, there's this whole other weird layer of this Grecian mythological level to it.
Is this meant to be a mockumentary, not an educational?
So is this cutting back to like him telling this story?
Yes.
Like so in a documentary
Yeah.
style, and the version we're seeing is kind of like a dramatic
Dramatized.
reenactment of.
So the feeling we're getting later into the movie is just he's
fuck?
really over dramatizing him walking to the front gate of the prison. And don't worry, there's a reason for that. We'll get there.
I
Okay.
doubt it.
Look, there is a reason. You might not like it, but it'll be there. It's like the prize at the end of a cereal box. You might not like it, but it's always there.
Strong hunch, Alex is not going to like it.
That's fair and probable. So yeah, he eventually makes a deal with the ferryman and gets across. And then,
But did he do it before he got to the other side?
no, he had to make the deal to get to the other side.
Have you listened to the song?
Which song?
Don't pay the ferryman. Don't even fix a price. Don't pay the ferryman till he gets you to the other side. It's a classic.
I feel like that's a good deal if you don't trust the ferryman.
That's not
Have
how
you never
boat
heard that
rides
song?
work.
Have you ever heard that song?
Have you ever caught a boat ride anywhere?
Have you ever exchanged-
They're not like, oh, cool, now we're
Have
taking you the whole
ever
distance.
exchanged money for a good or service?
No, I believe in that song.
I mean, taxis you pay at the end,
But
sure.
he's
but not
specifically
boats.
telling you
But they can lock
about
the
this
doors.
guy. That song is about that dude because if you pay him beforehand, he just sinks you into the water and you
Ah.
become one of the people.
I feel like life should work on hitman rules. Half now, half when the job's done. I think that's fair.
That's a good
Macca's
negotiating
would never
position.
get my second half though because they always fuck up my order.
Well,
What do you get from Macca's? Fries.
Ah, fuck yeah.
And they
I got
fuck that up.
KFC fries today
They
and they
fuck
were
up
undercooked.
an order
they
of
were
fries.
$5. Yeah, they're normally either undercooked and gross or just like really old or just, just not
so
good.
once he makes it to the other side, it's a story of apotheosis as he gets to this prison's Zeus, which is the warden, who's like, oh, yep, you're on list. Come with me. We'll get you out of here. And then it cuts back to he ascends to heaven and gets out of jail and whatnot. And it cuts back to him in the room, and he's like, and that's how I got out of jail to be here with you. And we cut to the other side of the mockumentary, and it's his wife just sitting across from like the lounge room table, the coffee table. He's like, and she's like, I want a divorce.
Yeah.
End.
Stop fucking up our
Yeah.
taxes. Also, another thing to get at Macca's though is you get those frozen Cokes with all the different flavors. You just pick, and then vodka in it, slushy. You got a frozen vodka drink on the way to the city while you're on the train. And because it's frozen, you don't feel like you need to pee as quick.
Alex,
Yes. You're welcome.
you're a genius. That has changed my life.
I do that every time I go anywhere and I have to take the train. And I'm
Yeah.
going to go drinking.
That's really good.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty clever.
Hot tips.
Yeah.
Do you-
Or cold tips.
Yeah. But because I'm the worst at needing to pee. So if it's liquid, I'm done. Because it's frozen, I just feel like it doesn't, like I get
It's a
further in
solid,
before I need to
and
pee.
then it becomes a liquid.
Yeah, it just, I don't know.
Time delayed urination.
I don't know.
So that's my mockumentary.
Didn't love it. I didn't hate it. Didn't love it though.
If you neither loved it nor hated it, why did you feel the need to state you didn't love it twice?
Actually, no, I feel like I hated it.
I have some notes.
So you lied to me.
So let's go down the list.
It's not a
Mockum-
very long list.
Mockumentary. We were kind of there.
Where are we?
Building on lockdown, we have to get to the top.
Yeah.
Literally, yes. Excuse me. Thank you very much.
Literally not at all.
The prison was on lockdown
And
by
did you get to
definition.
the top?
Yes, I said the warden was at the top. He's the apotheosis. He's the Zeus figure. There was a mythological backing for the explicit execution of this text.
You went through one ferryman, and you did it against the rules. If you pay the ferryman before you go over, he just sinks you into the
Do you
abyss
hate
of the
this
death thing.
because I didn't listen to the song and follow its
No,
rules?
that's the mythology. You're trying to be all mythology, and you don't even know the mythology.
Look, just because that's true doesn't mean I'm bad at this.
Yeah, no, it does. Help
Anyway, Damien, continue down
Yeah.
your wrong list of
Damien, help me.
wrongfulness.
Tell me
Yeah,
he's a
the
poo-poo
mythology
head.
stuff came out of nowhere. I think I kind of like that part of it
'Cause that was
like
the
if
point,
he
is
was
like-
a history professor that was in there on like possession of hallucinogens with intent to distribute, and he also like just dropped some acid that he obtained in prison illegally. 'Cause he's like, I'm getting released by the time this should kick in. Like, let's start my new life like right. And then he like drops the acid and then like goes on a fantastic race ride adventure. Like I think we're pretty much there.
No, I liked my version where he was just being overly dramatic for no real reason.
Well, someone has to like it.
No, they don't. That's not true.
Your mum's not here to like it, so I
I
guess
don't
it's up
like
to
everything
you.
that I've made. Like,
You don't like anything
no,
you've
I
made.
like things that I've made. I don't have to like everything I've made.
I can't wait for you to tell that to your kids.
What, be honest with them?
I don't like everything I've made and just
Yeah, you
stare at
shouldn't be
them.
honest with children.
Yeah.
All right, it's time to pick a trope out of the hat.
What?
I'm going to pick one this time before even you two can stop me.
Oh god.
Damien's job.
Oh, fuck Damien.
No.
Rude.
Building
haircut.
is on lockdown, but we've got to get to the top. Boom. What a great trope that someone wrote who wasn't me.
Was it you?
No, it
Building is
actually
on
wasn't.
lockdown.
Yep. But we've got to get to the
But
top.
we've got to get to the top.
Yeah, so Dredd, the 2014 Judge Dredd remake, which was really good but saw by no one,
Yeah, I liked that film.
where they have to literally get to the top of the building.
Yeah, with Keith Urban.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a great dread.
yeah, loved it. That The Raid, that really awesome movie that I haven't seen that everyone's been telling me to watch, and I think I'd love as soon as I saw it.
Yeah.
Yep.
What other
Any other
what other building to the top?
lockdown drops we got? Alex?
What about that one where the guy? This might be a little bit off topic, but the guy is in house arrest in the top level, and they like need to get up there to steal stuff from him because that's they got to go to the top. They like break into his like vault in his wall and like take all these like to prove that he actually because they couldn't like they had no proof that he'd done whatever wrong because he stole a bunch of gold, and so they like found his vault and pulled it out, but they had to like get to the top because they weren't allowed to be there. They would like on their own thing. But it turned out the gold was in his car, so they like they.
Did
like,
you
took
fall
the car out the
asleep while
window.
watching The Italian Job?
Is that it? Is the car full of gold?
It's
Die Hard maybe?
Yeah, Die Hard's
Like the building's on
kind
lockdown
of in this vein,
and
yeah.
he is kind of like trying to make his
Yeah.
way to the like the
top.
the kind of main area.
No, this one isn't lockdown. This is just like they're trying to fuck up the rich guy who got. But he's I don't know. I just
Did
thought
he
it was
try and
interesting.
kill them at the start?
So this
don't
is
remember.
not an example of the.
Well,
what
they
it's
got to
just-
get to the top of the building. He only did half. I'm just talking about something else that only did half.
Oh, okay. Other films which contain a building.
Well, it's it's in lockdown
Frozen.
in the sense that
Shrek.
the security's locking down. Like they can't get in. They had to get up there sneakily.
Mm-hmm.
So it's locked down with security. Another one by the people who did Workaholics.
I'm sorry, I can't help you here.
Oh well, they did a movie where it was like people took over the
Building and
Building.
had to get to the top.
yeah. They had to get to a few places. They shot a lot of people and they're like the waiters or something. It was funny.
Yep. Any other pertinent ones?
Well, I had 0 at this point.
That's fair.
No, I can't think of any.
All right, fair enough. Hello and welcome to Surprise Synopses, a show where we take a random trope, a random genre out of random hats, smash them together like some sort of kaleidoscope,
No.
and make for you, the audience, surprise synopses. I'm Harley, he's,
Damien.
and she's,
Alex.
and oh boy, I'm really excited for this show.
Surprise, surprise.
Synopses.
Synopsis surprise. All right, so I've got a really good intro for you guys today. We're going to do the whole episode in reverse. You ready?
Oh,
I get it.
heck. I got it though. I got that earlier. There wasn't. You were like, oh, he got me. What a twist.
I wasn't trying to be